There is a video I want you to watch. This video is interview granted to Yusuf DATTI. That is vice presidential candidate to P2B in 2023 presidential election. So, I like this man so much because he always come out to say things the way they are without missing words. That is a man that goes straight to the point. He goes straight to the point. So in this interview, there are two things I'm going to highlight. Just watch the video.
On this, I'm joined now in the studio by the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Yusuf DATTI Baba Ahmed, who is part of the new opposition coalition. How nice to see you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Charles.
And you look very relaxed and very fresh.
Thank you.
So clearly, optimism in the new arrangements.
When you start your questions, I want to know the new
Well, let me ask you this question first, because we need to establish very clearly what is going on. Both you and P2B have now unquestionably left the Labour Party and are now avowedly in the ADC. Is that right?
I can't speak for His Excellency Peter Obi. I'll speak for myself.
Well, he issued a statement saying he had left.
Well, then take his word for it. As for me, I have not left Labour Party.
Okay.
I am considering the coalition who have adopted ADC.
Right.
Now, don't consume the excitement. And don't be consumed by the excitement. Okay, manage the excitement. Right now, it's all about excitement. Understandably so, because Nigerians are depressed as much as they are oppressed. So this excitement can easily consume everyone.
Right.
And what I'm saying is hold back, think critically, think very well. And before you fire another question, let me just say the opposition is right in all that it is doing. I agree wholeheartedly in coming together. The principles behind it, the objectives of it are all correct. But you're also playing somebody else's game. This game is Tinubu's game. And I'm not praising him in any way whatsoever. But everyone must understand the situation as it were. It is all about, listen, it is all about a narrative that was sold out to Nigeria very quickly. That to defeat Tinubu, it has to be our coalition. Coalition is good. But when in 2023 we defeated APC PDP, there was no coalition in Labour Party. The real coalition we need is in the ballot box.
Yeah, but that's
not a coalition.
Speculative.
Not a coalition. Let's stop that. But please, let me get to my point. The real coalition is of votes at the ballot box. You protect them all the way to declaration. You present a coalition of politicians. You open the flanks for being attacked that they are geriatrics, and everything that you said about this. And you open the flanks for APC to be talking their jargon, when APC has worse than what they are saying about ADC. So in reality, what you need are the votes for a credible candidate, for a credible ticket.
Yeah, I think
there is no law
concedes that.
There is no law, there is no principle which says that it must be a coalition. Now that is the narrative that I kept saying. If you are challenging this narrative, you need to be careful. And if you're invited to a coalition, like I was, no level of firmness should tell you that don't go into that. Go and at least listen. See what they're doing. If you agree, continue. If you don't, do what your alternatives are.
And my question is, in the circumstances that you find yourself in that coalition,
yes,
would you be supportive if Atiku Abubakar or Nasir El-Rufai or Rotimi Amechi or Peter Obi emerges as the presidential candidate, or would you have some principles that you think some of them would violate and which you simply wouldn't support?
First of all, I need to see very clean, very transparent primaries taking place. I say two things. It needs to be clean, it needs to be transparent. Take place. Will that happen? I don't know. I'm a good team player. And at the end of the day, there's only so much you human can do. I was in Port Harcourt. I was the 12th aspirant in Port Harcourt. And I served as chairman of research and strategy in the PDP 2018-19. Credibly, I served. I was, because I didn't want a presidential contest coming from the north in 2023, I thought of contesting governorship until when I saw the kind of primaries that were to be held. And I pulled out. The next day, Peter Obi pulled out of PDP. That's what happened. So to answer your question, if I'm in the coalition and a candidate emerges, I will readily emerges based on the kind of acceptable practices that should happen to me. I will gladly work with that person. I will support that person.
And that person doesn't have to be Peter Obi, who you ran with in 2023.
It doesn't have to be. If Peter Obi is with me in Labour Party, we all decide to go back stay back in Labour Party and contest, I'm with him by default. By default. If he contests in coalition and he wins it, I'll give him the support. It's left for him.
Okay, now that you are finished listening to the interview, look at the first thing I wanted to pick from this interview. The first thing is that he said that coalition is not just the only way to defeat President Tinubu. That is an important information that every Nigerian should grab. You know, they're trying to sell the narrative that without coalition, President Tinubu can never be defeated. It is not true. If Labour Party could win, sweep many states in the last presidential election, even when they were not known anywhere, just barely 6 months before the election, not to talk of now that Nigerians are even wiser. So he is very right on this, and he said any political party that finds the right candidate will certainly do what? Win, and that's true. Then another thing he said is that the ADC, which is the coalition party, they should do the honorable. They should do the what? Honorable. They should allow very clean, fair, and transparent primaries across the different levels, across all the positions. So if they must, carry people along, they should not go and mumble their primaries, whereby they allow people to use money and all that. No. Please, if you're watching this video for the first time, subscribe and like the video. Thank you.